In the heart of ancient Egypt, where gods and mortals shaped the destiny of the Nile, one figure stood as the keeper of knowledge, writing, and balance. His name was Thoth, the god of wisdom, the divine scribe, and the one who measured the weight of the human soul. Today we explore the mysteries of Thoth, the great mind of Egyptian mythology. Thoth was most often depicted as a man with the head of an ibis, or sometimes as a baboon. These animals symbolized wisdom, writing, and the moon. Unlike many gods who ruled over war, storms, or fertility, Thoth ruled over something far greater: knowledge itself. He was considered the inventor of writing, the master of hieroglyphs, and the recorder of divine law. Every spell, every ritual, every judgment of the gods. Thoth was the scribe who wrote it all down. In some myths, Thoth played a role in creation itself. When Ra, the sun god, spoke the world into existence, it was Thoth who recorded his words, giving form to divine speech. Other stories tell that Thoth was a self-created god, born from the heart of Ra, embodying divine intelligence. Because of this, he was sometimes called the heart of Ra, the mind and voice of the sun god. Thoth was the one who brought order to chaos, creating balance, what the Egyptians called Ma'at. Thoth was also linked to the moon. Just as Ra ruled the day, Thoth governed the night sky. The waxing and waning of the moon were seen as his careful calculations of time. Through the lunar cycles, Egyptians measured months and organized their sacred calendars. Without Thoth, time itself would fall into disorder. Thoth was not just a scribe, but also a mediator among the gods. In the famous story of the battle between Horus and Set, he acted as a judge, recording every event. When Horus lost an eye, Thoth restored it, giving rise to the powerful symbol known as the Eye of Horus, representing healing and protection. He was also a companion of Ma'at, the goddess of truth, ensuring that order always triumphed over chaos. Without Thoth, the gods themselves would have no laws, no records, and no justice. One of Thoth's most important roles was in the afterlife. When a soul entered the hall of judgment, the heart of the deceased was weighed against the feather of Ma'at. It was Thoth who recorded the outcome. If the heart was light and pure, the soul could pass on to the eternal fields of paradise. If not, the soul was devoured by Ammit, the fearsome demon. Thoth was the impartial scribe, ensuring that every judgment was fair and true. In this way, he was not only the god of wisdom, but of justice and morality. Even outside of Egypt, Thoth's wisdom lived on. The Greeks associated him with Hermes, creating the figure of the thrice great Hermes, who was believed to have written mystical texts about alchemy, astrology, and philosophy. This body of knowledge was known as the Hermetica, which influenced thinkers for centuries, from ancient scholars to Renaissance philosophers. In many ways, Thoth became more than a god. He became a symbol of the human quest for hidden knowledge. Thoth was not a warrior, nor a king. He was something more enduring, the keeper of wisdom, writing, time, and truth. His role was to balance the scales, to preserve order, and to ensure that knowledge would never be lost to the chaos of time. Perhaps that is why Thoth continues to fascinate us today. He reminds us that wisdom is eternal, and that the written word can outlast empires. So the next time you see the moon, or read a book filled with knowledge, remember Thoth, the divine scribe of Egypt. If you have enjoyed this video, please remember to like, subscribe, to share, and to comment, and have an awesome day. God bless.